So, this leads to the backside of the tree. So if this is flipped around, the backside of the tree is the world to come. So, in order for you to answer your question of how do you protect yourself, you have to understand the polarities of what world is going out and what world is coming in. The world that's going out want you to focus on their situation. And by you focusing on their situation, you still are a part of their world. And by you being a part of their world, you're vulnerable to it. So what you do is you take yourself out of the equation by focusing on those particular things that in this particular world is grotesque and alien, but in the other world is sublime. So, what are we talking about here then when we're talking about spirituality? There's a spirituality of the day side that was focused on this world for the last 10,000 years, and there's theology based on that. Oh, divine and beautiful, and I'm raising myself up higher. You ever thought about a million fucking monks in Asia, in Tibet, meditating every damn day, and ain't hitting a fucking lick out of snake? What are the results? That is because somewhere the underworld process, which would be the world to come, has been eliminated, and they are only meditating towards the seraphonic realm, which is the apparatus of the realm that was in order in this world. Now, what's that?
So that chaos may relate to, like, you know, every time you see one of those movies, they're always talking about the realm of hell, the holy presidents over earth.
Yeah.
Always the evil, like.
Now, it's a difference. That's a good question, because this is the deal. There's a difference between a cosmic evil and a moral evil. You see what I'm saying? And but we are trained as humans, based on our religious systems, to look at evil as just being this moral evil, and we don't understand that there's a difference to a cosmic evil. And in so many words, what has happened was the original form of the cosmic evil just meant Eve. You understand? That's beginning. And those words of the ancient world, the ancient mind, looked at those particular things not necessarily as wicked. You see what I'm saying? After so many eons, all cultures around the world, once they lost the original gnosis or knowing of that, or how those particular systems work, the first thing they would do is relegate everything to good and bad. You see what I'm saying? And that's what Rudolf Steiner says, religions come when spiritual systems deteriorate and break down. So they also said that, right, let's look at Egypt. You had tons of stuff in the dynastic period and then the early dynastic period, which set the stage for all your pantheon. But in the later dynastic periods, before it eclipsed itself, what they forgot, the esoteric meanings of certain amount of things, when they saw these monsters on the wall and these hideous type things. And what they did was they lumped it all into a moral evil. And trying to find out, and in so many words, that's chaos. That's carbon. That's oil. That's the primal stuff. That's bleach compared to water. That's the skull and the crossbones on the bottle. The skull and the crossbone on the bottle is not wicked. You see? But to a person that is trained a certain way, 100 years from now, they'll be, oh God, I saw a skull and crossbone on the bottle. I had to get out of that house. You know, but you know that the skull and crossbone means it's a powerful stuff that can be harmful, but not necessarily you would look at that as wicked. You see what I'm saying? So the key here, what we're talking about here is you got to break the bounds of what you call evil in the sense of moral evil is only political. Cosmic evil is just a primal force that will one day be the gateway. Shit becomes what? fertilizer. Shit is excrement that used to be something that was vital, then it becomes excrement. But what happens? That stuff returns as the creative and birth force for something new. Okay, you have to look at these things outside of the moralistic aspect of religions and look at these primal forces as polarities. But common sense will tell you if this is one polarity to tell you to be good, and it's all about this, and even on the esoteric of we gotta illuminate and we gotta meditate and try to get on these divine realms. Well, if we understand that this world here is a world that is not going to be in the end, and no spiritual systems that don't say this thing is not going to transform itself, or transmigrate, or transmutate. So then that means that obviously this is just a temporary state of existence. So that very state that you are trained to look against is the state that you need to focus on. So I say the government come up in the house, you tell that motherfucker you a child of God, and I believe in the divine creator and all that bullshit, they'll say you might well kill that motherfucker. You tell him I'm from all things dark and deadly, he'll say, okay, I get it. This is a man of the future. This is a Renaissance man because he know what time the cycle is. You see what I'm saying? So why do you think whole systems that you think is even divine, even the people, because even the people that's dealing with the esoteric stuff is trapped in a thing. They just thinking because you seeing monks and all these particular people, that these people are divine. Yeah, these people have a little more on the ball than fucking Christians and in the Judeo-Christian religious paradigm, but still yet theirs is a religion compared to their ancient systems. So Buddhism is just the moralistic aspect and the religious aspect of a breakdown which was really the Vedic system. You see what I'm saying? So how can you go from the Rig Veda where they got all these cosmic monsters and stuff to try to understand spiritual principles of the universe to don't step on a roach? It's contradiction when you say all things are an illusion. You see. So, yeah.
One more question. So the whole moral principle behind all the the African philosophy and whatnot versus a lot of things, a lot of the conditions they say that we adapt because we come to the land of the savage or being conditioned by Europeans is what I'm trying to get back.
Well, look at this. Well, there had to have been some conditions that happened before you came to the land of the savage. I mean, the slave did the land of the savage appear and just snatch you under, or was your shit fucked up and deteriorated to the point that the land of the savage was the ultimate result? You see what I'm saying? So that's a form of romanticism that we had to do in the Afrocentric thing. We are people that's trying to embrace a culture that we are alien to now because we are a part of somebody else's culture. So the Afrocentric movement, damn near everything from Africa was divine. Well, we know our fucking slate wasn't clean. But then again, on the other hand, like Dr. Ben said, the shit deteriorated. But you're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Now, the Egyptians say they studied the stars for 40,000 years before they told anybody. So if you're talking about deterioration, we didn't fall even from our civilization now. We didn't fall because it was wrong or that moralistic sense. We fell because it was a deterioration. You see what I'm saying? Just like the civilizations before that, there was a deterioration. You see? So, a deterioration. So this savage land of the beast is a result of a deterioration process that started before the savage land ended up being the dump in which you fell into. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that particular concept of this particular thing here also too. So, and this moralistic philosophy, half of the stuff we call moral in Hemmitt or Africa, we are with modern minds looking back with basically a Judeo-Christian concept trying to paint the moralism on what we see. And we're taking modern minds trying to understand ancient thought. That's backwards. And that's the reason why the religion shit is bullshit. Because they're telling you a monolithic way of existence when your hormones and your vices and your thought process is telling you something else. Your hormones tell you, I need to fuck. Your vices tell you, I need to goddamn drink something. And your mind is telling you, I need to think other than what this bullshit is irrational to me is telling me. I need to go outside of that.
Does that fall into the lines of conditioning? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it falls in the lines of moral dogma and a form of conditioning and years and years of deterioration. You see what I'm saying? Now we're trying to ponder this stuff now, and the majority of us, even the ones that has gotten into some metaphysical thing, we still have the same model of this divine so-and-so bullshit.
That's right.
You know, bullshit, you know. You see, whereas the universe is not that way. The universe is very hostile. You see what I'm saying? So obviously, that is only some stuff that is in a manufactured mind, and that's where religion comes in. That's where religion comes in. So you even have to challenge. And I'm not see. This is the problem about when I say these things. When I'm talking in a lecture and I'm saying these things to people, the first thing we're thinking is, oh no, we can't teach society that. And you don't understand. I'm not talking to society. I'm not talking to the people out there. I'm not talking to the people in the churches. I'm talking to a learned people. That's the only reason why you are here. So I'm not saying that the society has to become anti-moral. For they need that to function. Don't bump into nothing because you're a fucking idiot. But I'm talking about you on your next step is you got to devalue all that you think is divine. You have to devalue all that you think is right. You see what I'm saying? All that you think is right. Why? Because we are not trying to enhance humanity at this particular point. We're trying to go to the stage beyond humanity. Humanity is over.
That's it.
You don't know shit, you should know that. Because even if you tried to make logic of it, some asshole is having a baby right now that's going to add to your problems. When you get 10,000 other people the right way, they're going to be 10,000 tomorrow. It's going to be stupid. So it's a no-win situation. But the ancient man knew that. You see, they knew that you can't stop this stuff from going down, but you must understand. So don't mix up the political aspect of what sounds right. But on the other hand, you can't accept the status quo or even what you feel is divine. If it goes along with your life. If anything is in harmonious aspect with your life, a fucked up life like this, think about it. If it complements this bullshit, you need to be looking for something else. Because you know that is nothing but something that's a pacification.